500,000 years ago, the Watchers came to Earth for the first time. They were ancient, powerful aliens from the Galactic Union. They traveled across stars to study young worlds. Earth was one of them. At that time, humans were weak. They lived in small groups. They fought each other with stone and fire. They had no space travel, no unity, and no future. At least that is what the Watchers believed. The Watchers observed Earth from the sky. They saw hunger, war, and fear. After many scans, they made a decision: species unlikely to survive. The Watcher Council said Earth was marked as a failed world. The Watchers left, never expecting to return. Now, after 500,000 years, the Watchers were back. A massive alien fleet dropped out of hyperspace near Earth's system. Their ships were old but powerful, covered in symbols of past conquests. The Watchers expected to see a dead planet, or at best, a quiet world still trapped in darkness, but what they saw made them freeze. Earth was glowing, not with fire or chaos, but with life. The planet was covered in lights. Cities spread across continents. Artificial rings floated in orbit. Thousands of satellites moved in perfect order. Energy signals flooded space, stronger than anything the Watchers had recorded before. "This is not possible," one Watcher commander said. "Humans were never meant to reach the stars." As the fleet moved closer, their sensors detected something. Worse, defense grids activated silently. Massive structures hidden on the moon and nearby asteroids came online. Weapons locked onto the alien ships but did not fire. The Watchers felt something unfamiliar. Fear. They tried to scan the planet deeper, but their systems were blocked. Someone or something was stopping them. Then a signal appeared. It was not aggressive. It was not rushed. It was calm. A human voice filled the Watcher command chamber. "Unknown fleet," the message said. "You are entering protected space. Identify yourselves." The Watchers were stunned. The language was old but perfect. Humans had learned the ancient alien tongue. How do they know our language? A Watcher whispered. The alien commander ordered silence and replied, "We are the Watchers. This world was once under our observation." There was a pause. Then the human voice returned, colder now. "Yes," it said, "we remember." That single sentence sent shockwaves through the alien fleet. The Watchers checked their ancient records again. Humans were never supposed to remember them. Humans were supposed to disappear, lost to time. Yet Earth spoke with confidence. More signals appeared. Human ships rose from the dark side of the planet. They were not beautiful or ornate like alien vessels. They were simple, strong, and efficient. Every movement showed control and purpose. The Watchers realized something terrifying. Humans had not just survived, they had grown. The human voice spoke once more. "You left us behind," it said. "You judged us weak." The Watcher commander tried to respond, but the human continued. "We learned to survive without you." The alien fleet stood frozen in Earth's orbit, surrounded by silent human defenses. No weapons fired. No threat spoken, but the message was clear. Earth was no longer a forgotten world. And the Watchers had returned to face a mistake made 500,000 years ago. The Watcher fleet remained silent in Earth's orbit. No one moved. No weapons fired. The human ship stayed in perfect formation, surrounding the alien fleet without touching it. The Watchers had faced many enemies in the past, but never this kind of calm control. Inside the main Watcher command ship, the council gathered. "This should not exist," one elder said. "Humans were unstable. They destroyed themselves." The commander ordered the ancient records opened. The file showed Earth as it once was. A violent world, a divided species. Humans fought wars over land, belief, and fear. The Watchers had seen no future for them, but the data after that time was missing. 500,000. Years of silence. The commander looked at the glowing image of modern Earth. This planet did not just survive, he said quietly. It evolved. The Watchers tried to send scout drones closer to the planet. One small ship moved forward, slow and careful. It crossed the invisible boundary around Earth. Nothing happened. Then the scout ship stopped. Its engines shut down without damage. No explosion, no warning. The ship simply froze in space. A human signal appeared again. Do not move further, the calm voice said. This is your final warning. The Watchers pulled the scout ship back. Fear spread through the fleet. Humans had disabled their technology without touching it. How? A Watcher asked. No one had an answer. Back on Earth, deep inside a hidden command center, human leaders watched the alien fleet. They did not panic. They had prepared for this moment for thousands of years. Human historians had found old ruins, ancient symbols, broken alien machines buried under ice and stone. Humans had learned that they were once watched and abandoned. That knowledge changed them. Instead of anger, they chose patience. Instead of revenge, they chose preparation. Human science grew fast. They studied alien designs. They improved them. But they also learned something more important: discipline. The human commander finally appeared on a visual channel. His face was calm, his eyes focused. You judged us too early, he said to the Watchers. You saw our worst moment and believed it was our end. The Watcher commander replied, his voice tense. We believed your species would destroy itself. The human nodded. We almost did. The silence that followed was heavy. We learned from it, the human continued. Every war, every loss, every mistake. The Watchers began to understand the truth. Humans were not strong because they were peaceful. They were strong because they had survived endless conflict. The human commander leaned closer to the camera. You left us in the dark, he said. So we learned to see without you. More human ships appeared on scanners. Not attacking, watching. Watcher Council realized something terrifying. Earth was not afraid. Earth was in control. The commander of the Watchers made a final request. What do you want from us? The human paused. For now, he said, you will stay where you are. The transmission ended. The Watchers were trapped in orbit, surrounded by a species they once called weak, and for the first time in half a million years, the Watchers understood a painful truth. The greatest mistake in their history was not visiting Earth. It was leaving it. The alien fleet stayed in Earth's orbit longer than expected. The Watchers had ruled star systems for millions of years. They were used to fear, surrender, and silence. But now they were the ones being watched. Human ships surrounded them in perfect balance. Not too close, not too far. Every move was measured. Inside the Watcher command ship, the Council argued. We should leave, one elder said. This species is no longer what we studied. Another replied, leaving now would show weakness. The galaxy is watching. The commander stayed silent. He studied the human ships. They were not large or beautiful, but they were efficient. No wasted energy. No unnecessary movement. These were warships. A new human transmission opened. This time, it showed more than one face. Scientists, military leaders, civilian representatives. Humans spoke as one. The human commander stood at the center. You are still here, he said calmly. That means you are deciding. The Watcher commander answered, you control this space, but you do not control the galaxy. The human did not react. We do not need to, he replied. We only need to protect what is ours. With a simple gesture, the human commander gave an order. Space changed. The stars around the alien fleet dimmed. Energy waves moved silently through the void. The Watcher sensors screamed with data they could not understand. Suddenly, massive structures appeared. Human defense platforms uncloaked near Earth, the Moon, and deep space. Each one was larger than any Watcher ship. Each one powered by energy. Sources unknown to the aliens. This is impossible. A Watcher elder whispered. The human voice continued. These systems were built to stop gods, he said. Not conquer them. Stop them? To demonstrate, a distant asteroid shifted position. No explosion. No weapon fire. It simply moved, pulled away by invisible force. The Watchers realized the truth. Humans could control. Gravity. Panic spread through the council. You had this power. And you hid it? The Watcher commander asked. Yes, the human answered. Because power invites fear. Fear invites war. More human ships arrived through controlled space jumps, not chaotic. Not rushed. Perfect timing. The sky was filled. With humanity's presence, the human commander spoke again. We know your history, he said. You rise, you judge, and you abandon. The Watchers said nothing. We chose a different path, the human continued. We watch, we wait, and we protect. The Watcher commander finally understood. Humans were not expanding. They were guarding. Who are you protecting? He asked. The human looked directly at the camera. Everyone you ignored, he said. A new signal appeared. Images of young civilizations, small worlds under threat. Human ships defending them. Teaching them. Standing between them and destruction. The Watchers felt shame. An emotion they had long forgotten. You became what we failed to be. The Watcher commander said quietly. The human did not smile. We became what we had to be, he replied. The transmission ended. The alien fleet floated in silence. Surrounded by proof they could not deny, humanity had not only survived. It had surpassed its creators, and the galaxy was about to learn the truth. The Watcher Council could not accept the truth. They had ruled the stars for millions of years. They had guided young worlds and destroyed dangerous ones. The idea that humans once weak and forgotten had surpassed them was impossible to believe. Inside the command chamber, fear turned into pride. This is a test, one elder said. Humans are showing power to scare us. Another added, no species grows this strong alone. They are bluffing. The Watcher commander hesitated. He remembered the disabled scout ship, the gravity control, the calm human voice. But the Council had already decided that they would not attack Earth. They would attack someone else. Far from Earth, on the edge of human-protected space, lived a small civilization, a young species with limited technology. The Watchers selected them as a target to send a message. Without warning, a Watcher strike fleet jumped away from Earth's orbit. Human sensors detected the move instantly. Inside Earth's command center, alarms did not sound. Humans had expected this. They are making the old mistake, a human strategist said. They believe power is shown through fear, the commander replied. Track them. The Watcher fleet reached the small world within hours. The planet had no defense against them. The Watchers prepared orbital weapons, confident and calm. Then space folded. Human ships arrived not in front of the Watchers, but around the planet. They formed a shield. The Watchers opened fire. Energy weapons hit the human barrier and vanished, absorbed, redirected, lost. Human ships did not fire back. The human commander's voice filled the Watcher fleet. Stand down, he said. This world is under our protection. The Watcher commander answered with anger. You do not rule the galaxy. No, the human replied. But we defend it. With a single command, humans acted. Watcher weapons shut down. Engines failed. Communication between alien ships collapsed. Entire fleets were frozen in space alive, untouched and helpless. The small planet below remained safe. The Watchers were shocked. Humans had defeated them without destruction. "This is mercy," the human commander said. "Do not mistake it for weakness." The Watcher Council finally understood the truth. Humans did not seek conquest. They sought control without cruelty. News spread fast across the galaxy. Ancient rulers humbled. Young worlds saved. A new power revealed. Civilizations whispered one name in fear and hope. Earth. The human fleet escorted the disabled Watcher ships back toward neutral space. Not as prisoners, but as witnesses. Before cutting communication, the human commander sent one final message. "You once watched us and turned away," he said. "Now you will watch again. But this time," he added, "you will learn." The Watcher commander looked at Earth. One last time. The planet did not glow with arrogance. It glowed with responsibility. And the galaxy knew. The old order was over. The Watcher fleet drifted through space in silence. Their ships were intact. Their crews alive, but their pride was broken. For the first time in their long history, the Watchers were not the strongest force in the galaxy. They were escorted, not captured. As they traveled, they saw something that disturbed them even more than defeat. Human ships were everywhere, not as invaders, but as guardians. They protected trade routes. They stood near young worlds. They responded to distress signals within moments. Every human ship followed the same role: no unnecessary destruction. Inside the Watcher command ship, the Council reviewed everything they had seen: Earth's power, human control, human restraint. This level of strength requires centuries of planning, one elder said. How did they hide it? The Watcher commander answered quietly, "Because they were not preparing for war." The Council turned to him. They were preparing for return. The Watchers studied deep records from long ago, data they had ignored. Humans had survived disasters that wiped out other species: ice ages, asteroid strikes, global wars, near extinction. Again and again, humans adapted. They do not grow fast, the commander continued. They grow patient. As the fleet passed near Earth one last time, a final human transmission arrived. The same calm voice. "You will be allowed to leave," the human commander said. "But not to forget." The Watcher commander replied, his voice heavy. "What do you want us to tell the galaxy?" There was a pause. Then the answer came. "Tell them the truth," the human said. "You judged us at our weakest moment. You believed that was all we could be." Images appeared across the Watcher screens, human history compressed into moments. Cities falling, people standing again, hands helping each other in ruins. "We were never peaceful," the human continued. "We were persistent." The final message echoed through the fleet. "Never abandon humans. Because if we survive," the voice said, "we will learn. If we learn, we will adapt. And if we adapt," he finished, "we will return." The transmission ended. The Watcher fleet jumped into hyperspace. Across the galaxy, the Watchers spread the warning. Ancient rulers listened. Young civilizations listened closer. Earth was no longer a forgotten world. It was a line between destruction and survival. On Earth, human ships returned to silent patrol. No celebrations, no pride, only duty. Humanity did not see itself as rulers. They saw themselves as the last defense, and somewhere, far beyond known space, other ancient powers heard the message. They looked toward Earth. And for the first time in a very long time, they were afraid.